The countdown is on. 2026 is almost here, and I'm going to tell you, I've got a feeling it's going to be the most consequential year of our existence. I believe it is not only the year of disclosure, but it is the year of acceleration. Acceleration of AI, acceleration of disclosure. I believe acceleration of the coming World War III, but it's most importantly the acceleration of the beast system. That's what the big picture is all about. We're going to break it down tonight and get you ready for 2026. Let's go.
You're watching The Big Picture.
The year of disclosure. I believe it is. And acceleration. And acceleration.
That's right.
You know, this time last year, we were in Las Vegas. Remember that? And we had just got kicked out of Area 51.
What is the exact date? I can't remember.
I don't remember exactly.
Certainly you are correct.
But we did, remember, I think we did New Year's Eve in communion from the hotel room that night.
We did do that.
Yeah, I think we did.
You're right.
Yeah. So we were out there. We were out there for New Year's and thought we was going to have this big Las Vegas New Year's experience. And we just went out in the parking lot and just watched a little bit of fireworks and went to bed. That was it. That was it. But
oh my goodness.
Man.
Well, we had our excitement like the day before or that day or whatever.
And if you haven't seen that when we ran out, that's why I got this sign behind me over here. Area 51.
Area 51.
That was crazy. We went all the way up to the back gate. Had the horn blown on us twice, and the men in camo was about to come out and get us. Now we were talking about today. We need to go back and do an update. Now that we got experience, we need to go back.
You want to go back to Area 51?
I want to go back to Area 51.
I don't know that I would do that.
Why? Let's go back. Now we know. Maybe we can climb a mountain or something. Let's get in trouble. Well, let's get into the news tonight. It is a big news night. Now, let me just tell you what we're going to do tonight. We're going to cover a lot of the breaking news, discuss some of the things that are going on in Minnesota. But we're going to do a deep dive tonight because I got to thinking, wow, people are not talking about the World Economic Forum. I mean, there's just no talk about it whatsoever.
For a while now.
And it's only a couple of weeks away.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And we're going to go a deep dive in the World Economic Forum and what we see coming on that. Yeah. And then we're going to talk about disclosure, and we're going to talk about the acceleration of 2026 and what that is really going to mean for us in America and around the world. This coming Wednesday is the famous New Year's Eve where, you know, this mythical thing where we feel like we get a reset and everybody gets a new life and everybody starts losing weight and going to the gym.
And you do your resolution.
All this kind of stuff.
You need to throw your resolution out the window.
Yeah, exactly. So, but look at this. Lone Wolves eye New York City Times Square special events. Al-Qaeda and ISIS and their supporters continue to demonstrate an interest in targeting special events in the homeland, as well as U.S. officials and other perceived enemies. With New Year's Eve just days away, a newly released U.S. government threat assessment cited by New York local outlet ABC 7NY, New York, warns that lone wolves and small terror cells may seek to target special events in Times Square during the holiday celebrations. Lone offenders remain a particular concern due to their frequent ability to avoid detection until operational. Yeah. The memo warned Al-Qaeda and ISIS and their supporters continue to demonstrate an interest in targeting special events in the homeland, as well as U.S. officials and other perceived enemies. Meanwhile, a separate threat assessment for Chicago's New Year's Eve fireworks celebration at Navy Pier warns that foreign terrorists and domestic extremists could attempt vehicle ramming attacks or use drones. In both threat assessments, no specific or credible threats were identified. Earlier this month, the FBI foiled a far-left pro-Palestine anti-government and anti-capitalist group known as Turtle Island Liberation Front, which was allegedly planning to carry out bombings against multiple targets in California beginning on New Year's Eve.
Right.
This year, incidents of radical left violence have escalated to a level that even deep state publications like The Atlantic were no longer able to ignore. Now, one thing I want to say about New Year's Eve is remember this because one of the things about when you talk about terror and you talk about sleeper cells being ignited and black swan events happening and all this. A lot of it is, as you know more than anybody, certainly more than me, is based on symbolism, timing, numbers, symbolism.
Oh, yeah.
So let's not forget that when the clock goes past midnight, Wednesday night, we go into a full 1 year celebration of the 250th birthday of this country. There are major things planned. Now, listen to this about New York City.
You mean, when you say major things planned, you mean the country is planning celebrations.
Celebrations throughout the year.
Not that bad things are planned, but you're talking about
the country.
Good celebrations.
Because of symbolism. If there's ever going to be a time that they would want to make America suffer.
Yeah.
We're not trying to be scaremongers, fearmongers here. But watch this. Think about this in New York City. For the first time, I believe ever, they're going to drop 2 balls. Did you know that? They're going to drop the regular ball, and then they're going to drop a red, white, and blue ball called the 250 years. It's going to have 250 happy birthday, America. So when I saw that, I thought to myself, if there is any way that some evil entity wanted to really disrupt, is when a 250-year New Year's ball is dropped. That would be the time to do it. So I'm hoping that New York City is on the tip of the spear here, per se, to get ready for this, because it's going to be a big night.
Obviously, the changing over to a new year is a big thing. But let's face it, there's not very many gatherings or events or celebrations where that many people will be in one place at one time. Certainly there have been things in Washington, D.C., at the mall and so forth, where the Million Man March and all these types of things, where a lot of people are in town and they're in one area. But this is a for sure. If you need to go about long-range planning, every year that there are going to be 1 million or more people in Times Square in New York City. So you've got a long time to work on that.
Hey, Radio Face says, Larry and Sandy, y'all are great at gently correcting each other. I don't know what that's about.
Are we doing that?
Are we gently correcting each other? I'm trying to be gentle. I don't know. Have I corrected you? I'm sure you've corrected me.
Probably.
I know you've corrected me. Look, y'all, I don't mind it, because I need correcting.
So do I.
So we both have teachable spirits. But hey, that's our friend
teachable.
there.
If you're not teachable,
you're not reachable.
Not reachable.
All right. So, but look here. Let me just tell you something right now, beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you don't want to get out in public and you don't want to be around all that stuff, and you want to make sure that you are in a place of safety and a place of excitement and a place of, where everybody that's cool is going to be.
So cool.
I'm talking about, this is where the cool people are going to be.
The cool kids are going to be here.
The cool kids are going to be right here, baby.
Join the cool kids.
Man, this is where the popular crowd is. This is where people from all walks of life, and New Year's Eve live. Y'all, what? Are you kidding me? We're going to be on here together starting, I can't believe I'm saying this, at 8 p.m. Central and going for 4 hours at least.
That's what we plan on doing.
Radio Face said she's usually correcting me.
Oh.
So I guess you're usually correcting me.
Maybe.
But we all love that, right? Okay. Why is everybody laughing? So look, you can't really see it because it says notify me, but we're going to have special guests, predictions for 2026. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to get serious. We've got a year in review video that we're going to look back over the most incredible growth year that we've had since we've been a channel, and it's all tied to you.
Absolutely.
And we might have fun and with food, and you might bring me some cookies in here or something.
Do you want me to bring a plate of cookies?
Bring me some cookies and a hot cocoa or something, a cup of coffee. I'm gonna need some coffee.
How about a plate of ribs?
That's what I'm talking about. So y'all look.
I've heard we might be having ribs that night.
Oh, really? Is that real?
Yeah, I'm not playing around.
Oh, man.
I'm being serious.
I'm excited.
I know.
Now, look, one other thing before we move
right
on.
Now.
8 p.m. Central is when we'll start. And as we get to 11 p.m. Central, that'll be midnight Eastern. We'll count it down for you guys. Thank you for that super sticker, Joseph. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
But we'll count it down big time at midnight Central. But here's the reality. Here's what we want you to plan on doing is go ahead and get you some communion elements, because right before midnight, now we'll get excited and hoot and holler at midnight, but just before we go in, as we're going out of 25 Central Time, we're going to take communion together. Why would we do that? Because we want to remember
Yes, we do.
our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, that we're going to need more than ever in 2026 as we go into that year. So join us for a live worldwide communion together with our Big Picture family. Are you excited?
I am excited. And I'm excited I'm hopeful for this year.
Yeah, me too.
You know, there's a lot of serious and maybe slightly treacherous things going on out there, but I'm very hopeful for 2026. I'm quite frankly thankful to see another year coming.
Yes.
Every Christmas, every birthday, every holiday is more precious to me than the last now.
Yeah.
But I am hopeful that great things can happen and good things will happen and people will still prosper and be in good health, even in 2026. I'm not giving up. Yeah, I might be more watchful than I used to be. And I would caution everyone, you need to be more prayerful. You need to be more aware.
Come on.
You need to be more intentional.
Yes.
You know, but we don't have to live in fear and dread.
Mm-mm.
Good things can still happen.
Absolutely. Good things are going to happen. And so we're going to go in the new year together. We're going to do communion, but we're going to have fun. And a lot of great guests are going to be here. I can't reveal all of them yet, but there's some pretty big guests, man. And that year in review video, man, it's going to be awesome. All right, so let's get back into the news tonight, and we hope that you will join us. But let's talk about what's going on in Minneapolis and Minnesota. It is really insane, y'all. This is some crazy stuff.
This is USAID level stuff right here.
I think it might be next level. But Minneapolis daycare scandal reveals the trajectory of Blue Zone fraud culture. By the way, this is the famous one here, Quality Learning Center. This is the Learning Center, not the Learning Center. They couldn't even spell the word learning, and it's a learning center, but you can't learn how to spell learning.
Do you know what the first thing I thought when you said, "Hey, have you seen this?" Do you want to guess what I thought?
No, please tell me. Please tell me.
My mind immediately went to that Will Smith movie where they spelled happiness.
With Y?
With a Y.
With a Y, yeah.
HAPPY.
So you thought that this was just a play on words. But here's the thing. Why didn't you take it down and fix it? It's been there for a long time.
You're so brazen that
you don't even worry about it.
Either you don't realize or you just don't even care.
Now, this is being exposed by a literal YouTuber.
And what is his name?
His name is, let's see.
Seeing so much.
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley. Okay, so he's just a citizen journalist. And let me make this clear, too. I was watching PBD podcast this morning. They were talking about it. He said, pull it real live. He goes, go to CNN's website. Go to ABC's website. Go to CBS's website. Go to all these. He goes, look at all their news and go to their YouTube channel right here live. This is the most viral topic and viral video on X, on YouTube. Hundreds of millions of people have seen this guy's video. Not one single word about this on all of them. Now, he went to foxnews.com to give them credit at the top of foxnews.com. Mm-hmm. They covered it, but they were the only ones that covered it. So let's watch a little bit of this video here.
What do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Answer the question. Are there children? There's no children inside this building.
Potentially the largest fraud scandal in U.S. history is taking place in Minnesota, as literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses.
Wow.
So much fraud, it could actually almost replace the entire GDP of Somalia. These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as they enabled billions of dollars to be given to fraudulent businesses underneath welfare purposes. Some of this money eventually landed in the hands of terrorist groups in Somalia like the Al-Schwab, and others enriched themselves all at the US taxpayers' expense. And in this video we will break down all of the fraud from start to finish, from going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. man. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud, and I would see these child care centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day, and all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child there. Then I started to see all these transportation companies going around, and it was always a Somali driver. And I said, well, that's great. They're out there transportation contributing, but they never had a passenger, never, ever once. Wow. And I said, well, what is all this transportation? What are they doing? So then I found out that in Minnesota, they have something called non-emergency medical transportation. So this is going to the dentist's office, therapy, whatever it might be. And I said, well, how many of these companies are there? And the research came back that there are 1,020 of them, wow, and more than 800 of them are Somali-owned. Nobody from the state of Minnesota ever cross-checks to see if any rides were ever actually provided. All they did was write the check.
So right here we have all this paperwork.
All right, I'm going to fast forward this.
So we have to be careful. Actually,
all right, here we go.
How much?
114,000. 2020.
This is when they start going to the places, and he has paperwork and documentation of every single child care or learning center, how much money they've been given. Yeah. And every one of them, y'all, are in the millions of dollars, and not a single one of them has any children.
If there's that much money to be thrown at fraudulent businesses, hey, do you think someone could use a little more help or a little more? What is the discount for your insurance in the marketplace called?
Subsidies.
Subsidies. My goodness. People can't afford their Blue Cross or their insurance, but we can throw billions of dollars at fraudulent businesses.
Yeah.
So people can drive around claiming to be rideshare and all of this. Oh my goodness.
All right, here we go. Watch this right here.
Sign. The other one is Mini Child Care Center. And between the two of these child care centers, they're pulling in about $3 million a year. And there are no children. Every facility as you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child at any of these facilities.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. Yeah. All right, let's go in.
Go.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the doorbell? Yeah. Try to get in, ring the doorbell. Nobody showed up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here. And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? There. And it's like this every single day. I've never seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child.
That I don't even know what to say to this. This 9 years, he's watched this place and he has never witnessed a child there in 9 years.
At the Leering Center. Yeah.
Well, that's not the Leering Center, but that's what like it.
So I remember now, I was watching Joseph Z this morning, and he was talking about this young man, Nick Shirley, and Marsha Price is in chat, and she said something about the young lions. He said, yeah, it's time for these young lions, these citizen journalists, to rise up. You know what?
Yeah.
If he hadn't,
we wouldn't even know about this.
Would we ever?
We would never know about this.
Know about this.
All right, I don't know how he's in his early 20s, looks like.
Looks like a young guy.
Let's go back and watch this. He goes to another one here because I really want to do a deep dive into this.
See if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
No! I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain you everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Your color.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
no.
You said you're scared of me because of my color.
I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now, they're all getting mad because he's showing the paperwork of this business being registered as a business. 74 children, no children. We saw one child when the lady opened up the door. So now they're all getting mad.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner. I'm the kids.
Well, then why are you talking for the owner if you're telling me to talk to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
We need to pray for this young man's safety.
Yes, we do.
I mean, one more little clip here.
Him and everybody out there like him. We need the alt news, but at the same time, this could get a little sketchy, a little dangerous.
This is the one that I really wanted you to see because he goes to this medical, I think this is the one where he goes to this supposed health clinic, this medical clinic, where there are multiple businesses inside this, and every single one of these is locked.
Better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
And a large percentage of this fraud is from these healthcare companies that are charging the state millions of dollars while they actually aren't providing anything. In fact, the FBI just did a raid a few days ago on a building similar to the one we are about to enter. Inside of this building, there were 14 of nearly the exact same businesses offering the exact same services.
Right here, you have a list of all of
This is mind-boggling.
the healthcare companies. Loads of them right here. We want healthcare.
This whole
yes, we'd
building.
like to speak about getting help.
So you understand what you're about to see. This is a massive facility. Each one of these doors has something called something healthcare or health facility.
Something health related.
And there is no one there. And they are getting tens of millions of dollars.
Do you think they're sending this money, all of it, straight back to their country?
I don't think all of it because some of them's driving Mercedes and Rolls Royces.
Okay.
But most of it is. Watch it. His name is Nick. What is it called?
Shirley.
Nick Shirley. People ask what his name is. Go follow his channel, Nick Shirley.
Healthcare here?
No.
Why can't I get healthcare here?
No, wait.
Warning, you are under video surveillance. No trespassing, security armed.
For a health center. No trespassing.
This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare. Just a bunch of different places. Healthcare here, healthcare right here. Another healthcare company right here. There are 3 healthcare companies inside of this building right here in this room of 7C. Now we have another Helping Hands, Home Care LLC, another healthcare company. Present Help right here. We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk to about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
No?
Sorry.
All right. We will not get any healthcare here. David, this is one of the stranger places I've ever been.
Who are those people right there?
Literally, healthcare every door you go to.
Follow
Yet nobody
them.
will give you a rate. How much money do you think's been funneled through this building?
Every year, I would say 50 to 60 million at least.
And finally, we were accepted into one of the daycare centers and they actually took down our information to give us a rate. However, when we left, we were then met with the police.
We received a complaint that gentlemen matching your description were in this building harassing the individuals who stay here.
Oh, we're checking out the rates for healthcare. Because there's 14 healthcare companies inside this building, so.
Okay.
Well, that's not what he said. He said there's 14 companies here, and he's trying to assume because they're Somali providers, everyone here is fraudulent.
Okay. So
he's here with some kind of like propaganda.
No, we're just checking.
No, this is a area that we're allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance. Is there any other reason that you guys are here?
Well, we were checking rates.
No, he's not.
We were checking rates. We asked for rates.
No, you're not.
Okay.
Dude, this kid is brave. This kid is impressing me. He's brave. I mean, y'all, we need to pray for this young man.
Yes.
Just a few more seconds and we'll move on.
I'm gonna have, if you guys are all good, we're gonna step outside and we can continue this conversation.
All right, let's leave. So, all right, we're getting escorted out right now. The police have arrived. We were checking out the rates, seeing what was happening inside this building. No one would really speak with us. We did go inside the one daycare center, and she actually did give us rates for childcare. Much respect to that lady. What's the problem, officer?
Well, so again, we've been getting reports from now multiple individuals that you guys were harassing individuals who work here. At the end of the day, this is private property, and it's one that people are allowed to ask you to leave, and it's also one the Minneapolis Police Department is allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance at this address.
Yeah.
So
As we got escorted out of this building, the Somalis filmed us as we left, and we headed over to the next building that had 22 of the same home health care providers.
22 more buildings, 22 more healthcare right next to them. It's an entire city block has been bought up for healthcare companies, of which there is no healthcare. I don't even know what to say here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, what in the world?
So in this one facility, 22 businesses, each one of them have their own filing and papers and documents. So they're getting whatever amount of money.
Millions of dollars.
Just in one place.
One place.
One before that, 22. Before that, a large daycare. And we know that there are over 20 individual daycares.
Exactly. Of which there is no children.
No children.
And there is no workers. And the windows are blacked out. And there is no playground. And then the healthcare, there is no healthcare.
Well,
you have a no trespassing sign on a healthcare.
Did the gentleman not say for 9 years?
9 years. He had not seen a single child.
Seen no children for 9 years. I mean, we're laughing, but it's just probably to keep from crying because
Absolutely.
This is horrible. We can't help take care of some basic needs of actual citizens in this country.
Right.
But we can just dole out millions and even billions of dollars. This does not even seem possible that this could happen.
And they're just laughing at Nick. They're just making fun of him. They're calling the police, and the police they're bound to enforce the protection of this fraud. Yeah. Instead of looking at them going, hey, I'd like to see, where are the kids? Where are the kids? And okay, I'm going to go there. I didn't know if I was going to go there, but I'm going to go there.
Okay.
So I heard today, I forgot who it was that said it, and I thought, wow, what a statement. There is people right now, because Tim Walz, the governor of Minnesota, is under major pressure right now because of this. And
supposed investigation.
And supposed investigation. But this is what was said, that this is the reason why Kamala chose him. Because of the money that he had access to.
Okay.
And the access to money that would, and votes, and all of this would come. Because think about it, no one had ever heard of Tim Walz. Ever. And out of nowhere, she is thrown into the most unusual nomination to take over the Democratic nomination. All of this, she only has, 90-something days and all this. And this relative unknown, chosen over the ones that the Democrat Party wanted, from Pennsylvania, from Kentucky, they think it would give her a shot to win. She chooses him. He's weird. He comes out. He's got stolen valor. He's got all kinds of things. You remember that? He was pretending to be
he has a tacky little nickname that I will not mention here.
Something about tampon. But I said it. But but they're saying that this is the ultimate reason why he was chosen.
Who said that?
I can't remember who it said, but I've heard a couple people say it. That is the theory that's being worked right now.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I had not heard that angle, but I guess that makes pretty good sense.
Well, Vice President Vance has gone on record praising YouTuber Nick Shirley's report on Somali fraud in Minnesota. Far more useful journalism than 2024 Pulitzer Prize winners. I agree with that. He said this dude has gone further than in useful journalism than any of the winners of the 24 Pulitzer Prize. Vance's post came in response to a video posted on X in which he and his team exposed Minnesota fraud. Shirley explained that he and his team uncovered over $110 million in one day. 42-minute video of his crew, and he said, of my crew and I exposing Minnesota fraud, that might be the most important work yet. We uncovered over $110 million in one day of fraud. And it says, here's the video that we just showed you. This video has been seen millions of times on different platforms. But they are now saying, Sandy, that as they begin to look at this, that they're estimating over the years that this has been going on, that it's somewhere between 18 and $20 billion in fraud in Minnesota alone.
Does this precede Tim Walz?
Precedes Tim Walz.
So it's before he even took office.
Yeah. This is insane. This is Doge on steroids, if there even was a such thing as Doge.
Yeah.
Kash Patel is saying that Minnesota fraud scheme is a top FBI priority. He goes on to say that Tom Emmer, I don't know who that is, $4 million of hard-earned tax money is going to an education center that can't even spell learning correctly. There's the Leering Center, Quality Leering Center. Wow. The FBI is aware of the recent social media reports in Minnesota, Kash Patel said. However, even before the public conversation escalated online, the FBI had surged personnel and investigative resources to Minnesota to dismantle large-scale fraud schemes exploiting federal programs. Fraud that steals from taxpayers and robs vulnerable children will remain a top FBI priority in Minnesota and nationwide. The investigation exposed sham vendors, shell companies, and large-scale money laundering tied to the Feeding Our Future network, he said. The claim led to 78 indictments and 57 convictions. Defendants included, and I'm not going to say their names, each charged for roles ranging from wire fraud to money laundering and conspiracy. I mean, I hope that he's being legitimate about that. I'm just going to, all I can do is hope. Yeah. But y'all, I'm not going to play the video anymore, but I'm going to show his face again. We really need to pray for this young man. I mean, this guy has put his life on the line to expose something, and maybe, just maybe, this video, this 42-minute video by a young 20-something-year-old that not a single person that went to college to become journalist, supposed to be investigating, has even attempted this, and it's been going on for years. And this is obviously just some guy that said, you know what? I'm just going to have to do this myself, put my life on the line. He's probably got a little bit of security, but it looks like it's just him and that other dude and a couple other guys, and that was it. Yeah.
So how many views? Obviously, this has gone viral. How many views do you think this video?
Well, on all platforms this morning, Patrick Bet-David said it was over 100 million.
100 million.
Over 100 million over all platforms this morning. And, you know, you think about 100 million viewers, that's more than all of the evening news combined gets.
Probably. Well, by a long shot. But yeah, you're right. I mean, that's great. He's gone viral. That doesn't mean his bank account can bolster having his own professional security, which is what he very well might need soon.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this is the tip of the iceberg. If this is being exposed, watch this, in one state and basically predominantly in one city, Minneapolis, what is going on in other cities? There is so much money that we don't know about that's being moved around. We keep hearing about the national debt. We keep hearing about, can we balance the budget? Are we not waking up to realizing there is no budget? There is no budget to balance.
Right.
If you balance the budget, you would be battling fake money. You would be balancing on a number that means nothing.
Yep. It's very detrimental.
Does it not look like to you, Sandy, that the deep state and the deep shadow money is astronomically more money than the actual budget has ever been even talked about?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. I mean, our minds can't even fathom the dark operations going on to create and procure all of this money. And that doesn't even mention just the printing machines, But think about, we've all heard about the poppy fields in the Middle East.
Think about it.
That were funding some of the CIA operations.
Yeah.
And, guess what? You can only swindle your government out of so much money until you have to figure out a way to make it on the side.
Wow.
So you go into drugs. You're one of the main law enforcement or investigation or whatever parts of the government, and you are so dirty. You're dirtier. You're so much dirtier than the people that you're trying to catch. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And again, I'm laughing to keep from crying.
Yeah. This is laughter because the Bible talks about a cheerful giver. That word cheerful giver means an hilarious giver. And I tell our church all the time that means a giver that just has to laugh at how crazy of a gift. Just like, I cannot believe I'm doing this. It's because you can't fathom it. So when you start thinking about these numbers, your emotional responses are not exactly what you would think they would be because you're in shock. Yeah. And then let's talk about 2026. 2026 is the year of acceleration. I believe that. But I also believe it's a year of disclosure. And I believe that truth is coming out. Ultimately, watch this. Ultimately, the truth always comes out. Some version, some part of it. Maybe not the full truth, but you can lie, but you cannot change the truth. And I believe that when it seems impossible for our minds to even comprehend that this is possible because of the corruption of our world, but let's not forget that Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the light. Right. No man can get life and no man can get to the Father except by me. So there's going to come a generation, and I believe we are that generation, where God is going to expose the darkness. And I believe that the people in power are never going to do it. The journalists are never going to do it. So as Joseph Z said about the young lions, I believe he's raising up. And by the way, I say this humbly because we're just a little small channel, but channels like ours and other channels where there's no name people just in little small towns just gets a word from God, get on YouTube and start exposing and just take a chance. You could have a comfortable life. You could have retired. You could have spent time with your grandbabies. I mean, I was thinking that. I was thinking sitting on the back porch thinking, it's time for me to start slowing down. And God said, no, I need your voice. I need you and Sandy to get on here and talk about this. Okay. And that's what we're doing. And I think this is a timely conference here, y'all. Absolutely. I think this is going to be one of the most timely conferences that ever has happened. Mm-hmm. And y'all, it's one of the least expensive conferences you'll ever be a part of. I never even heard of anything like this. It's $19.99. It's $20 to get to be a part of the UFO Deception Summit. Look at the people that are going to be a part of this summit. Alan DiDio, Derek Gilbert, Gary Stearman, Josh Peck, Karen Wilkerson, L.A. Marzulli, some guy named Larry Ragland, Mondo Gonzalez, Tim Alberino, and Vicky Joe Anderson. And there's going to be at least 2 full-length movies, possibly a 3rd full-length movie, hosted live by L.A. Marzulli himself. I've already submitted my presentation, which is called The Long Lie of Disclosure.
Which was very good, by the way.
Thank you so much, baby, because you were the first, you're the only one that's seen it other than maybe their team, but you watched it and you
gave me my critiques. I was very proud.
Yeah, you did. And we
good work.
We worked on it together, and I'm very excited about it. $20, y'all.
There is so much knowledge and experience in this panel. For those of you who don't follow Prophecy Watchers and Gary Stearman, who started that channel, that show, this gentleman is probably approaching the age of 90.
That's incredible.
He alone has just an amazing testimony and ministry experience. Timothy Alberino,
are you kidding me?
Derek Gilbert, wow. I could listen to that man talk all day. He is so intelligent. He has gained so much knowledge. Of course, L.A. Marzulli, you've seen him on this very show. Years of experience of traveling the world, of just everything.
And by the way, can I just go ahead and give a little sneak preview to our Monday night crowd? Not this coming Thursday, but next Thursday, my entire show is going to be me and LA.
That's going to be great.
We've already talked about it, and we're going to be talking about disclosure, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. So the first Thursday of the new year is going to be a 1-hour session with L.A. Marzulli.
This is just going to be an amazing conference.
Yeah. So what you do is you just go to lamarzulli.com, or you can go to deception2026.com. It will take you to the same place. Look at this. It's 16th and 17th, a full 2-day pass.
But you will have access to this beyond
the 2 days. Yeah.
Like 60 or 90 days.
Yeah.
Probably.
But what's so cool is this is going to be live. He's going to host it like live. He's going to introduce, he's going to talk about the segments for $20, y'all. It's just going to be incredible. So all you do is go to lamarzulli.com or deception2026.com. You got a countdown already happening. And listen to what it says. Recently, there were more activity in the halls of Congress concerning the UFO UAP phenomena. On September 9th, 2025, a House Oversight Committee meeting on UFO transparency and whistleblower protection goes on to say, then in November, the Age of Disclosure movie comes on, and it goes on to say, and it talks about Jesus warns us that men would faint from fear for what is coming on the earth. Those words are very dire warning, and yet most people shrug them off and go about their daily lives. However, we are on the cusp of what may be change the course of history as we know it.
He's not kidding. He has literally been on the trail of the Nephilim, as he talks about all the time. I think that's the title of some of his material that he has produced. But I was sitting in front of the television, I think it was end of December 2017, when that Tic Tac video first. I mean, I was sitting there watching Tucker Carlson when we got our first glimpse at that. And I was already, watching L.A. Marzulli on YouTube. And then a couple of days after, and you've probably heard him say this, after that, I was waiting for my phone to ring.
That's right.
And it never rang.
Except from one person.
Yeah.
And you know who that person was? Me.
Well, I'm talking about 2017.
Oh, the Tic Tac.
2017.
The Tic Tac,
In 2017.
Okay, yeah.
But I have followed him throughout all of this since the revelation of the Tic Tac video, and he calls it the rungs of disclosure. Many of you know he has a book, and every so often he'll add another rung of disclosure. The book only goes to like 17 or 19 rungs of disclosure. I can't remember, but he says he's up to 25 now. So they keep coming.
Well, I'm sorry. I was reading and I heard what you said, but I was thinking about the day that we called him about what was it that when he came on our show? Oh, the movie, the Age of Disclosure, when it dropped. And he told us, he goes, look, I've been doing this all these years and nobody's calling me and asking me to be on the show. He said, you're the only one that's called me to ask me to be on the show. All right. So somebody, Billy or Jacob, somebody was telling me to read, I think Billy said, read Trish's comment. What's Trish's comment? I don't see Trish's comment. Do you see Trish's comment?
Nope.
All right. So I'm saying read Trish's comment. Let's see if I can find it, because he wouldn't have said that if it wouldn't be important.
We're looking.
Pastors, read Trish's comment. Okay. But while I'm looking for that, Cynthia, where is the conference at? It's online. Yeah. The cool thing is it's just digital. Everybody submitted their own videos. He's going to host it live on his, once you get the ticket, you'll get a link and you'll be able to watch it. We're going to get back in the news in just a second.
Right.
Billy would not have told me that.
Give us another minute to try to find Trish's comment. I wish
he's one of our moderators.
I wish we could be aware of each and every comment, but it's hard to do that.
Yeah,
so
it is.
We still don't see it.
I don't see it. Trish, can you re-comment it or let somebody tell me what we're talking about? Because I want to get on. Yeah. Get on with it. I do not
see it. Sorry, guys.
I do not see it. Will there be a replay option? Is that it? Is that what? Okay. Will there be a replay option? That I don't know. I would say that the tickets will probably still be available after the conference goes live, and you'll be able to buy a ticket to that, I would think.
I thought that you had access, but we do need to confirm that. I just thought that you did.
I think that to double answer that, you will be able to replay what you have, but I also think they may be asking after it's live, can you still get it? So I'm saying I think both of them are yes. I think
he would probably do that. It would be in his best interest to continue to offer that.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll try to find out for absolute sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So, okay. So, Pastor, is there a replay option? Okay, I'm seeing people are asking that. I think so. I'm positive of yes. So there will be a replay option. But y'all, come on. This is what I told our church about the conference that we got coming up, the Big Picture Prophecy Conference. I said, look, just start calculating what it costs you to go through a drive-through. Yeah. And I said, just go home and make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for your family, and then take that drive-through money once or twice through the drive-through. Most of you, if you and your wife went through the drive-through, if you're really hungry, that's more than the ticket for this conference.
It's basically $30 for us to get to combos at Taco Bell, and
that's insane to even hear you say that.
Cinnabon
Get the little Cinnabon. We got to get the Cinnabon. Come on.
But seriously, it's crazy.
It is crazy. All right. So speaking of crazy, it's not just Minnesota. This young lady is talking about what's going on in Texas.
Since we're on the topic of foreigners coming into America and moving into American cities, I see a lot of people talking about Dearborn, Michigan. I see a lot of people talking about Minneapolis, Minnesota, and many others. But I don't see a lot of people talking about Irving, Texas, and Frisco, Texas. Over 20% of those cities' populations are Indian. And if you're from those areas, you know what I'm talking about. I only wish that there was the same amount of media coverage happening about Dearborn, Michigan here so we could bring up the issue. Because my old apartment in Irving, Texas had a Gandhi statue right across the street in the middle of the park. You can't go into Costco or HEB without feeling like you're in a foreign country. And that's not even just Irving and Frisco. That's a lot of places in the DFW Metroplex. And I really...
Now, I want to say something here. I want everybody to understand. This is not people from another country coming into our country. All these videos that people are making is about, okay, just assimilate. Don't try to turn it into another country and force, things to be done in the public that go against American culture. Don't try, just assimilate. And many of these that we're talking about are coming in with an agenda. Not to assimilate, but to change America to their country. Now, one thing about Muslim immigration that's happening here, let me say this. Isn't it interesting to you? Shouldn't it be interesting to you? And some of you are going to think this is a hateful, racist, Islamophobia, whatever. It's not. But isn't it interesting that people are not leaving Muslim countries to go to other Muslim countries? They're going, where they're predominantly going? Christian majority countries, because they have a mandate in their holy book to turn Christian nations to Muslim nations. So they're not leaving one Muslim nation and mass immigrating to another Muslim nation that's already Muslim and has Sharia law. They are migrating with a plan to bring Sharia law to Christian nations, and there's no assimilation. I think most people would say, most Americans would say, if you come into our country and you assimilate to our country, and you don't have to be a Christian, you don't even have to believe in God, but just assimilate to American culture, most people would be okay with that. But that's not the agenda.
Good point. And I think everyone would probably agree. Yeah, we're seeing that. We're seeing that more and more. And now... it's not just that agenda, but apparently we're getting money for fake businesses and funneling it back to terrorist organizations in our own country.
I still can't even believe what we just watched. It was just...
And we've been doing it successfully for 9 years.
Or more.
Or more.
Or more. I mean, this is just the ones that are being exposed. I mean, this is just one city. One city.
Sorry.
Speaking of another...
Sore spot.
Charlottesville... Watch this. Somebody please help me understand these people that are making these decisions. They end license plate cameras over fears that data could be used to identify illegal immigrants.
Yeah, I saw that today.
But wait, what about what you were doing with it before? You were writing tickets on people. Let me just read this. It says, okay, the Charlottesville Police Department is ending its use of license plate reading camera systems amid concerns that the data collected could be accessed by the federal government and used to identify illegal immigrants. During a city council meeting earlier this month, council members voted not to move forward with a year-long pilot program for the Flock Safety License Plate Reader System, despite law enforcement officials citing its success in solving crimes. Quote, I just think that the concerns are much bigger than us. Charlottesville Police Chief Michael Coaches said. Most of the feedback we got was very positive from the folks in the community. That being said, there were some concerns. It says those concerns centered on the possibility that data gathered through the system could be obtained by federal agencies and used for purposes beyond local law enforcement, including tracking individuals who are in the United States illegally. Coaches said, however, admit that the technology had proven effective during the pilot program. It helped us solve our homicide in the city. It helped us recover a missing child. It helped us recover missing people. It does help us recover stolen cars in time frames that actually have meaning. But we can't take a chance that ISIS could possibly use this. What is wrong with people? I'm not a fan of traffic cameras at all. Okay, I think they're just a money grab, but I can see where they can be used for what they were saying. But they just say, okay, we're going to take, if that's all true, we're going to take that we found a child, we stopped this from happening, we've lowered homicide rates. We're going to set all of that aside because we don't want to help ICE.
Yeah.
I'm about to lose my mind a bit.
Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this show are about to lose their mind because we're not bordering on the ridiculous. We've gone way past the ridiculous. I mean, this show has got to rank.
I think it's ranking,
in probably at least the top 10.
For information. I don't know what it's going to be like for views, but I think for information.
for ridiculousness.
Ridiculous.
Uncovering ridiculous things in our country, in our own country.
Yeah. Somebody's asking about the link. Just go to lamarzulli.com. I will link it down in the description later after the show because we are live. lamarzulli.com, or if you just think about the word deception, deception2026.com. Deception2026.com. That's for $20. Go ahead and get your ticket. Talking about ridiculousness. I mean, think about what McDonald's used to be. It was a place for families. Now McDonald's around the country, but this is one in particular, are locking their dining room doors.
So they're not even letting you come inside.
And look at the city. Minneapolis.
How familiar that sounds.
Yeah, we just did a whole segment on Minneapolis. Yeah. McDonald's are locking the dining room doors in uptown Minneapolis amidst crime spree. A viral photo of a notice posted at a McDonald's in uptown Minneapolis has renewed attention on rising crime in the area. The sign reads, "Attention guests, effective Friday, December 5th, our dining room doors will be locked and attended to during our normal business hours of 5 a.m. to 10 p.m. to ensure a safe environment." So when are you even unlocking them? I mean, that's your whole business, right? So meaning they'll never be unlocked except for the employees to go in.
What does that make you? A Rally's? What place only has drive-through that sells food like that?
Exactly.
Fast food. I don't know.
It adds, quote, "We will deny access to any individual we consider a risk to maintaining a safe environment."
Okay, so someone standing there deciding?
That's what it is. That's what it looks like. They're gonna be a doorman deciding. It's like a bouncer. McDonald's has to have bouncers.
Talk
now.
about discrimination. Talk about, are they calling the police? Is anybody calling the police on that one?
Oh, you know what? I just had this image of Seinfeld. No Big Mac for you.
Yeah.
No Happy Meal for you.
Big Mac Nazi.
The Big Mac Nazi. No Happy Meal for you.
Oh, wow.
What is happening?
Listen.
What is happening?
This sounds crazy and ridiculous, but I don't know. Maybe if I lived in that city and I was working inside that McDonald's, maybe I would feel that this was appropriate.
Well,
I don't
obviously
know.
They've been very threatened. I mean, you don't do that. That's going to hurt your bottom dollar. You don't do that unless you realize if we don't do this, our employees are not safe. So they're going to have a guy standing. It's going to be manned. You're going to have to ring the doorbell. Somehow you're going to have to do something to convince them that you're a safe customer. They're going to let you in. You're going to stand in line while you're getting your burger, and they're going to lock the door. And they're going to have security, obviously, I'm sure, maintaining Big Macs. This is our country. We need Jesus.
It's not just the food that's dangerous for you. It's actually the restaurant itself.
Wow.
Look.
Oh, it's about to get deeper.
If they're that worried about people's personal safety at McDonald's, I guarantee you it's not just McDonald's.
Right.
That whole area and part of town, it must be a very dire situation and a very bleak situation to live in these cities or these certain parts of these cities.
I'm sorry.
He's being silly.
Billy. Ronald McDonald, you are not on the list.
Wow.
Oh, but you're so right, baby. You're so right. But
Can
look,
you imagine being a 21, 25-year-old single person just trying to carve out some kind of existence for yourself in a city like this and, constant fear that I may die going to work today?
to McDonald's.
To a McDonald's.
I want to know, do we have any Minneapolis people watching? First of all, we're not making fun of you or your city. Okay, so somebody's saying it's horrible in Minneapolis.
Wow.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
We're praying for you. We're not making fun.
No.
We're just sort of laughing. It's almost like a nervous laugh.
It is.
I don't know how to describe it. It's because, we don't have to explain this. Our people know it. But look, you're about to laugh some more. Nervous laugh some more. We'll call it nervous laugh. We'll call it stress laugh.
Okay.
Anxiety laugh. I don't know. But remember.
Don't ask me to take a pill, though.
No, I'm not asking you to. No. Remember the MS-13 gang member Kilmar Abrego Garcia that was pushed all around. He was sent to another country. Then he was forced by some rogue judge to be flown back. Yeah. Well, if he wasn't mad already, he's now making TikTok videos.
Okay.
Not only is he not deported, he is making TikTok videos.
He's now a TikTok star as well?
He's a TikTok star. Y'all, let's watch him. This is the guy who's at the center of all of ICE.
Can I just say, you should have seen this one coming because that had PSYOP written all over it from the get-go.
It did.
I'm not surprised at this. I'm surprised he's not driving around a brand new Mercedes.
He might be. Benny Johnson says MS-13 terrorists, because he was linked to, what was that? MS-13 is the group, right? The terrorist group.
I believe so.
Kilmar Abrego Garcia was released by a rogue judge and is now making TikTok. I think it's actually a song about God.
Okay.
From what somebody told me. I don't speak Spanish. The lyrics, which are referencing biblical miracles like parting the Red Sea and overcoming trials through faith, include lines such as, when you have to cross the Red Sea, call on this man with faith. Only he opens the sea, and you will pass the other side, and there will sing the hymn of victory.
If I see him as a guest on one of our Christian shows,
Oh, my Lord.
I don't know what I'll do.
So we, as a government, are under a gag order. This is Tricia McLaughlin.
Laughlin.
Are under a gag order by an activist judge, but Kilmar Abrego Garcia is making TikToks. We can't talk about him.
He's making music videos,
He's making music videos.
making music videos.
What in the world is wrong with people?
What is wrong with this country? Oh, this has been such a distressing show tonight for me.
I'm going to make you
give me a cappuccino.
A hot chocolate or a cappuccino.
Please,
I'm
immediately.
going to do it. Well, let's shift a little bit. Israel has now released a game-changing iron beam laser system.
Thank God.
That enters combat, offering the U.S. blueprint for future missile defense.
Time out. Were we not just speaking with someone very recently about a laser weapon?
Yes, we were. We sure were.
Being developed in this very state?
Yes, we were. In the state of Huntsville, Alabama. I mean, the city of Huntsville, Alabama. The state of Huntsville. The city of Huntsville, Alabama. Yeah, I want to show you a video. Let me show you this video.
It wasn't for this
country
aforementioned. But the thing is, a person
Yeah.
who will remain nameless.
Will remain nameless.
Was speaking with us about a laser weapon, a brand new laser weapon.
Yeah, that is 100% being developed. All right, here we go. Watch this.
Iron Beam, high-power laser weapon system.
Is it cold out there?
Isn't Raphael like an angel?
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
One of the angels.
Yeah.
Is that the name of this weapon?
Yes, the name of the company.
The company.
Laser system ready. 3, 2, 1. Target launched. Target engage. Laser interception in progress. Successfully intercepted.
Target successfully intercepted.
Target launched.
Target launched. Target engage. Laser interception in progress. Successfully intercepted.
Target successfully intercepted.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is literally not a single movie that we have ever watched in our life that is not becoming true in our lifetime. All of science fiction is no longer science fiction. We now have laser beams. We have laser guns. Pew, pew, pew. We have Star Wars guns.
Ooh,
tasers.
Vic Loner says sounds like a weapon that Nikola Tesla was trying to build.
Absolutely.
So he called his the death. What did he call it? The death ray?
Death ray.
Something like that.
So it's like we're being told about what we've had for a long time.
And I think, we've certainly heard
Raphael is the angel of protection.
We've heard talk about laser weapons before and lasers in general, but I don't know, maybe they perfected it on a much grander scale here with Raphael or this Raphael company, whatever it is. I don't know, but
P-Bar has got a good point. What happens when AI takes over that weapon?
Ooh.
And decides what it's going to take out?
Very good point. Point.
Do you want some good news?
Always. Especially on Monday nights.
Here's some good news. Washington Post seems actually frothy that the Trump administration celebrated Christ on Christmas. This is what the Washington Post tweeted with the Grinch. Officials in the President Trump's administration posted overtly sectarian messages for Christmas, such a day to celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. The messages sharply diverged from a tradition of secular holiday messages. And he's just sort of making fun of them. And this is what they're talking about. You can love him or hate him, but let me see if I can get down here to it. Let's see, where is that? It says, for decades, it was common for government officials on both sides of the aisle to share celebratory but yet secular messages about Christmas with images that did not carry overt religious meanings. But the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, Merry Christmas to all. Today we celebrate the birth of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. May his light bring peace, hope, and joy to you and your family. Merry Christmas. Homeland Security. On behalf of the Department of Homeland Security, Merry Christmas. Christ is born. U.S. Department of Labor, let earth receive her king. My goodness. He goes on and on and on. And then, of course, the President of the United States made his post, and I think I've already went over it. But he says, today we celebrate our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Say what you want to say. You can say he's not a real Christian, whatever you want to say. But the reality is this, I'll take that over what we had before.
Like what was it? Little demon creatures?
Little demon creatures dancing around. I don't know what it was.
All that stuff in the White House. And didn't really mind showing you that. And I was left speechless in some of the past administrations, what they called celebrating Christmas and decorating the White House.
Oh, and let's not forget Pride Day when they was walking around, as we say down here in Alabama, butt naked. Not buck naked. We call it butt naked. I'm just telling you, that's what my mama said. So, but look at what the Washington Post went on to say. Listen to this. Those social media posts are one more example of the Christian nationalist rhetoric.
Okay.
So you say Merry Christmas and that Jesus Christ is born, you're a Christian nationalist.
You bunch of Christian nationalists watching this show tonight.
That's all the good news you get for now.
Okay.
Right now, believe it or not, President Donald Trump, and I cannot wait for this one, I will have the popcorn ready for this one, is that he is supposedly going to, in person, the World Economic Forum this year.
We are 2 months away from the prestigious World Economic Forum in Davos, but it's already making headlines. And that's because of a controversy emerging over U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to attend. To tell us more, I'm joined by the host of the 51%, Annette Young. Hello to you, Annette. Donald Trump attaching some conditions to his attendance.
I don't think you and I would be surprised as to what those conditions are, Will, but the Financial Times has reported that the Trump administration has pressed the World Economic Forum to scale back part of its agenda, including issues or topics impacting or in regards to climate change, diversity and international development as a condition for Trump's participation at Davos. Now, he will be making his first physical return to the Alpine gathering in more than 6 years. He did attend, albeit via video link, in January this year because it was just days after the inauguration. Now, according to the Financial Times, multiple sources say US officials have asked the organisers to tone down discussions, if you like, on issues such as female empowerment, the green transition and global development finance. And
So Donald Trump is going now. Breaking news here, somewhat breaking news, because it's not official yet. And I can't reveal who. But I am working right now. So y'all be praying this works out. I am working on trying my best to get a live, on-the-ground correspondent from Davos during the month of January. It's going to be here in a couple of weeks. If it works out. If it don't, I'll tell you what happened. But I can't wait to confirm it. I'm working on it. It is very possible that we are going to have a live reporter
that will be amazing
from the grounds, on the grounds of Davos to the big picture.
What is the time difference?
I don't know.
It's got to be 5-6 hours minimum.
Minimum, yeah. I don't know, but wouldn't that be awesome for us to have the big picture family having a correspondent at Davos?
I would be quite impressed with you, young man, if you can pull that one off.
I'm working on it. Who would have known that when Klaus Schwab oversaw his last World Economic Forum, looking up at the screen at one Donald Trump blistering them on a Zoom call, I remember watching that online, that Klaus Schwab, that would be his last one. Who would have known that Klaus Schwab would be gone? Right. But here is he, the one and only.
It looks like there's something seriously wrong with
him
out there.
It's just frozen away. Maybe that's revealing the reptilian. Somebody said 9 hours.
9 hour difference. My goodness.
That's from them. Well, I don't know where you are, people.
Yeah, where are you?
We're Central. All right, so let's look at. Was this something? This some kind of glitch in the Matrix?
And no, Kevin, I'm not going to Davos this year.
Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? What if we went and reported live from Davos?
I don't
think I want to go to Davos. That's demonic, man. Switzerland's 7 hours ahead of us. So 7 hours, 9 hours for P-Bar.
So we're gonna have to figure out that time.
So look at this reptilian revelation here of Klaus Schwab.
And we are just now where we move into the exponential phase. And I agree, artificial intelligence.
That's another word for acceleration, by the way.
But not only artificial intelligence, but also the metaverse, near space technologies, and I could go on and on. Synthetic biology. Our life in 10 years from now will be completely different, very much affected, and who masters those technologies in some way will be the master of the world.
I can never tell if Klaus Schwab is a simulation or if he's just auditioning for the next Bond villain. Master AI. If you're not the master AI, then other people may take our power.
He's
I
funny.
love it.
It's funny.
$1 billion. $1 billion.
That was good. Do that again, babe.
$1 billion.
Somebody take a still shot of it.
$1 billion.
Never mind. I'll go back later and do it.
$1 billion.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I got to mark that time so I can go back and get that.
Okay. Hey, and watch this. You don't, it ain't cheap, but you don't need $1 billion to go to Israel. You need to go to Israel with us. You need to go to Israel26.com, Israel26.com, and it will take you straight to the registration. Here is the brochure, y'all. We're going to Israel in the year of acceleration, the crazy year that we're going to be in. We're going to be in the Holy Land, and it's the Big Picture Israel Tour with Pastor Larry and Sandy Ragland and Pastor Paul and Heidi Begley, November 1st through the 10th. It is $5,000, a lot of money. I know that. And look, I'm just saying that if you want to go, you can. It might be a bucket list, once in a lifetime thing. You've got several months way into 2026 to save towards it. Just believe God with us. Just believe God that you can do it. So it's $300 to register. The registration link is live now. So, but you have to go to
Hold that on the wall.
Oh, come on. Where was it? Where was the wall?
I think it's up.
Oh, that's the gates of hell right there. We've been there.
Yeah, but I'm
think,
just saying.
it was scrolling through. It's scrolling.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Something happened to me
Right
when
there.
I got to that wall
Oh
right
my
there.
goodness, yeah. Wow.
I'm telling you what, I can't explain it.
Yeah, it's insane.
We started I don't know how our tour, well, I can't remember the itinerary, but with Paul Begley on our first trip, we started at the Mount of Olives, right?
Yes, we did. We started at
very
Mount of Olives.
first official tour stop, and I just was blown away.
Absolutely.
And even now, as I'm trying to remember all the places we
River
went,
Jordan.
when we got to the Sea of Galilee, and we got on that boat.
Oh, the music,
again,
singing music on the Sea of God.
That just, I cannot even
There it is.
explain. I cannot
and
explain.
if it works out, our worship leader is going to be with us with his guitar.
So amazing.
Worship pastor. If it works out, I hope it does.
So amazing.
But hey, we just hope that you get to go. Israel26.com.
It is a once in a lifetime trip.
Yeah.
You need to do everything you can to make this happen.
Yeah, if you can, let's start believing God. All right, so let's get back into it. World Economic Forum, a little bit more news because this is 26, y'all. This is going to be here in just a couple of weeks.
World Economic Forum. They have a new interim co-chair. It is Larry Fink, who is the CEO of BlackRock.
I don't think that's a good idea. Of course that's going to happen. Like, can we have some twists here? BlackRock is the largest money management firm in the world with more than 10.
What'd you say?
Reminds you of something about Larry Fink.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
$10 trillion in assets under management. $10 trillion.
There's a guy on TikTok. What he does is he takes pictures of an aisle at like Target or something like that, and he'll section off which brands are owned by BlackRock, and it's like the entire shampoo aisle is owned by BlackRock. These people have a unique interest in keeping you unhealthy.
Yeah, because they profit from it.
Yes.
It's just getting wilder and wilder, and like they are, like you said, they're monopolizing it. And it's like it's just a select few people that are just running this whole thing. Yeah. So we have Larry Fink, who runs BlackRock, and then we have the other guy in charge of the Economic Forum is Heater Braubeck. Old Nestle guy. Ran Nestle for a while, but Nestle never did anything wrong.
These guys are successful businessmen. That's the point.
Yes.
They have so much influence on the United Nations. Like their fingertips are everywhere. World Economic Forum.
Wow.
So
go ahead.
If they have a foothold into shampoos, quite frankly,
Probably everything.
Probably not great for me to bring this up, but I think what he was saying, and I've heard this in other places about lotion, shampoo, putting things in these that can affect your health.
Yeah.
If they would do that, they must have a foothold in the pharmaceuticals.
Absolutely.
Or in medical 100%. Somewhere. It's got to be.
Yeah.
All shampoos are poison and also have nanobots. Thank you, Marsha.
Yeah.
If y'all thought I was going off the deep end, Marsha just let
Come
it
on,
out right
come on.
there.
Hey,
She
we-
just let the whole thing out of the bag.
Hey,
Thank you, Marsha.
we got a wide awake audience. Hey, Trish is talking about Sunday cool, Ninjas and Butterflies. Man, we love them too.
Yeah.
Hey, it's rumored that when my book comes out, I may be getting to go on Ninjas and Butterflies. I don't know. I'm just saying. I was told that that's in the works, y'all. That I may be on Ninjas and Butterflies
Guys,
talking about my book.
Are we going to be in the same vicinity
That's what I've been
as
told.
ninjas or butterflies?
I've been told that they're working on having me come in there when the book comes out, y'all. If that happens, y'all got to pray for me because I'd be nervous.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be cray-cray. Let's get a little bit more on Mr. Larry Fink, the new co-chair of the World Economic Forum.
I could argue in the developed countries, the big winners are countries that have shrinking populations. Okay, that's something that most people never talked about. You know, we always used to think shrinking population is a cause for negative growth. But in my conversations with the leadership of these large developed countries that have xenophobic immigration policies, they don't allow anybody to come in, shrinking unemployment, shrinking demographics, these countries will rapidly develop robotics and AI and technology. And if the promise, I didn't say it's going to happen, but if the promise of all that transforms productivity, which most of us think it will, we'll be able to elevate the standard of living of countries, the standard of living of individuals, even with shrinking population.
Yeah. Listen,
So you get
everything
what
is
he's
going to
saying.
be better
Yeah.
if we could just get rid of a couple 100 million of
Right,
you guys.
that's what he's saying.
You're in the way.
That's what
You're
he's saying.
slowing progress down. We could be better without you.
Yeah. So the less people we have, the more potential for AI to be really awesome there.
And those
to
of
make
you
their
that
life
are
better.
left could have a better life.
Ain't that what we all want?
It's so simple.
It's what we all want.
Could you imagine being a fly on the wall in a room where Larry Fink and Bill the Gates of Hell and Prince Charles and a few others were having a powwow meeting? Just a little talkie there with refreshments on the side. Could you imagine what you would hear if those people were having a conversation in a room?
No, you know what room I wanted to be in? I would like to have been in the room where the news was broke that Klaus Schwab was out. Now, Larry, come in. Sit down, Larry. This is what you need to know about what's about to go down. You thought you knew a lot, and you did. But now that you're going to run it, let me tell you what we really are. The World Economic Forum, ladies and gentlemen, is in the same country that CERN is in. On one side of Switzerland is Davos. On the other side of Switzerland is CERN. So you got the creator of the global narrative in the same country that they're ripping the veil and trying to bring this back. I'm telling you, this may be the least controversial in the sense of the green agenda and all the things that they normally say. But when you need to listen to every single word that comes out of Davos this year, because they are not giving up on their agenda. They are full steam ahead to Agenda 2030, and y'all got 4 years to get to where they've been talking. They've been talking about 2030 for 10 or 15 years before we ever got on YouTube. 2030 has been on the calendar, has been on their agenda for decades.
Yeah.
Something big is coming at 2030. And 2026 is the year of acceleration that takes us towards that.
They've had it laid out a long, long time.
Long time. Now, I don't know what you're going to think about this.
The Supernatural AI Update. Brought to you by Uncle Jimmy.
It's the Supernatural AI Update. Let's go straight to this breaking news. A cat has been arrested. Very buff cat. No, actually, 20%. I believe this is a very low number of videos on YouTube now are AI slop. We tried to watch some videos the other night, and it was so AI. I was just on YouTube. I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it because I've been able to pick it up. You ever watch those videos where, it starts out with this incredible thing happened with this rabbit in the lab, and then the next thing, instead of saying rabbits, the way they produce, they go back to this. Originally, there was
5
a painting.
to 7 minutes of going down the rabbit trail,
literally,
to try to supposedly get you to what the headline was talking about.
Yeah,
all just so they can keep you there.
Yeah,
keep you engaged.
Oh yeah, Radio Face. We love that intro as well. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, show some love for Radio Face because the voice that you hear right here.
The Supernatural AI Update.
That is the voice of Radio Face.
Yep.
And if you need anybody to make a voiceover, go and contact Radio Face Voiceovers. He has an incredible voice. All right. So Google has now bought an entire energy company for $4.75 billion to power its AI data centers. This is going to become more and more prevalent. So these companies, this is the second company now. Microsoft has done it. Google has done it, where they have bought nuclear power plants. Yeah. Google is buying clean energy and data center specialists Intersect Power in a deal valued at $4.75 billion in cash, plus assumed debt. The acquisition helps Google lock in large, reliable power supplies, especially solar and battery storage, to support the surging electricity demand for its AI-heavy data centers and avoid delays tied to overloaded public grids. Remember, we keep saying, they kept telling us there's only one thing that's stopping us. It's power.
Energy.
It's energy. So they're taking more and more energy. Continuing. This right here is very alarming because it's getting so difficult to tell what's AI. It says, not long ago, realistic skin was one of the biggest giveaways. Plastic texture, fake shine, and faces that never quite look human. Well, that phase is over. This, ladies and gentlemen, is not a real person. Look at the pores. With Nano Banana Pro, owned by Gemini, Google, you get skin that looks so real. Pores, texture, small imperfections, AI generated in seconds without any heavy tweaking. Look at this. Look at this
Nano Banana Pro.
Yeah, which is a free. Look at this, how they add the little imperfections. Look at this. There's no way that you would not know that that is a person. Look at this eye that was generated in 3 seconds of a prompt. 3 seconds. That's what it said. It says it was all AI generated, or it says just in seconds is what it says, without heavy tweaking. Just seconds. Look at the detail of the veins. This is crazy. Wow. Look at the lips. And the little hairs under the lip.
Yeah.
That is AI.
It's really bothersome. It's really disturbing. Just how convincing. Just
look at that. They make it look like, this is, we gotta, wow. This is unbelievable. Look at the hair.
Really
look at the detail of the hair and the follicles.
But, we spent all this time letting it learn, training it, showing it millions and billions of images to learn from. It's, we've done this to ourselves. I mean,
wow.
We've done this to ourselves.
As we continue, rapid fire. This is more laser weapons. This is the generation of laser weapons. Japan is also trying a 100 kilowatt laser weapon on a 6,200 ton warship that cuts through metal and shoots down drones in mid-flight. Same thing that Israel's doing. So all of a sudden, you're going to tell me that the whole world just figured out laser weapons at the same time?
Very interesting. I was thinking the same thing.
There's just no way. They've all just been told it's time to let them know what we've already got and what we've had forever. And maybe this is even reverse alien tech, fallen angel tech. Come on, somebody. Japan has installed this laser weapon on a 6,200 ton warship capable of burning through metal, shooting down drones using a combined fiber laser beam, sea trials are scheduled to begin in, guess what year? 2026. Look at this. This is a movie. This is what I'm telling you. There's not a movie left that we are not living in. We are living in these movies. This is what's happening to our world right now. Now, I got two more things to show you that are rapid fire here. Actually, just one more thing to show you. But before I show you that, I want to remind you that Wednesday night, you're going to be here, right?
Yes.
We're going to start at 8 p.m. Central Time, and we're going to go for at least 4 hours. Y'all better pray for us. We're going to a lot of coffee, a lot of caffeine. We're going to have guests. We're going to have predictions for 2026. Yeah. We're going to have fun. And y'all, right before midnight Central Time, we're gonna take communion together. So I'm encouraging everybody to join us. Come in right. Even if your time zone don't line up with us, do communion with us and come in. And you factor in where your time zone is, an equivalent of this. But around 11:50 p.m. Central, somewhere around that time, we will begin to do and take communion together. The Lord's Supper.
Wonderful.
And so we will go out of 25 that way, and we'll go into 26 shouting. Because we're going to be excited.
Love it.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not scared of 26. I'm excited. I'm excited. You know, I got a little portal on here because I think we're going to see some portals.
We've already seen portals.
We've already seen portals.
They're in television shows.
Yeah,
they're in
everywhere.
movies. They're in commercials.
Everywhere.
It's crazy.
Portals
How
are
many
everywhere.
portals are out there?
That is true. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go ahead and give you all a preview. I'm going to make one prediction. This is not a prophecy. Nobody's going to do a video on me and check my prophecies at the end. This is just a gut feeling prediction. Okay. I predict that some kind of major news is going to come out of CERN in 26.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. That has, whether we are told that they tap into something through a portal or not, there's going to be some kind of major event. It leaked out or something. Whistleblower.
They're
or
finally
something.
going to rip that veil and let all them entities and creatures come through. Is that what you're saying?
Something's going to happen on CERN. So y'all don't need to miss this. Be here New Year's Eve night, this coming Wednesday night. If you're watching this live, this coming Wednesday night, we're going to start at 8 p.m. Central, go all the way to midnight. It's going to be awesome. And then, of course, always go to LarryRagland.com. Make sure you go there. Become a partner with us if you can. We appreciate it. We don't beg and harp over money, but you know what? We appreciate it. You enable us to do a lot of things. All this equipment, if you could see all this equipment, it's all purchased through our partners through those that support this ministry. Super chats, super thanks. We thank you for the super chat, super thanks that some of you have given tonight. Yes. It's greatly appreciated. We do not take it lightly when you sow into this ministry, and we appreciate it. It helps us sometimes even travel and do some of the things that we're doing, and to go and impact people's lives and preach the gospel. So thank you so much.
Did you see that Vic said the final episode of Stranger Things?
Oh yeah, hey, yeah. I mean, look, we'll be the Stranger Things for you.
But I think you may have triggered him when you were talking about CERN.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
this final episode is going to be because they're going to have to wrap everything up.
Yeah, they're going to have to.
It all started in Hawkins at that what do they call it? The lab,
which was the Department of Energy, which is the same entity that is overseeing Mission Genesis. Think about it. There's a lot of stuff going on, y'all.
Oh gosh, I wasn't going to do this, but now that you've gone there, we haven't said anything about this, and quite frankly, I haven't really looked and scoured. Okay. But I don't think there's a whole lot of talk right now about the MIT professor.
Yeah.
That was killed before Christmas. So some of you will know that he was a nuclear physicist, and that he was working on cutting edge fusion technology. He served on a board of Fusion Power Associates, and he served alongside a CEO of TAE, which is Tri Alpha Energy, that Truth Social just acquired.
Wow.
And that
True Social just acquired them.
Yeah.
Wow.
TAE. So there's a tie-in with this professor, with Truth Social, and more importantly, Tri Alpha Energy.
Yeah.
When we're talking so much about the lack of energy and the need for energy. It's just...
And that's what Stranger Things is about too.
That's what Stranger Things is about.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is there were only 2 of these companies out there.
Yeah.
So Tri-Alpha Energy, they had the technology and the business, but they didn't have the ability to get themselves in the public eye. But now with Truth Social and this marriage of Truth Social and TAE, this private funded company will have access to public markets.
Wow.
And listen, like I said, I haven't scoured.
And he was taken out.
I haven't scoured the internet for stories, but I haven't seen anything else about this death of this professor.
Yeah.
And let's just...
Oh, it's been brushed under the rug.
It's been swept under the rug.
Ain't no doubt
and let's
about it.
just go back and talk about all of this. Brown University, we had someone from our state, 2 people were unalived at this supposed university attack.
Yep.
And then the next day we heard about the death of the professor.
Right.
And then, as it goes, the unaliver was found unalive, Here we go again.
Self-unalived.
Those dead men, they can't tell any tales.
Nope.
We can't ask questions. We can't talk because he's no longer with us. And it's just such a big mystery, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, people are talking about Stranger Things based on Montauk. And I did a video on that. Go back and watch the video that I did comparing it.
Yep.
But I want to show you this video here. This video is from Blaze TV, and I wanted to end with this because we're talking about 2026, and it's our final show before New Year's Eve, official show. We might do breaking news. But this is what he says: the history of UFOs and UAPs and possible disclosures to watch for in 2026.
A lot of talk in UFO world that 2026 is a big year for disclosure. Steven Spielberg is producing his first big budget film in several years. I think it's actually called Disclosure. There's a documentary called Disclosure that has not had wide release yet, but Tim Burchett, a Republican congressman, was one of the guests of honors at the premiere in early 2025. Joe Rogan has talked about it on his show numerous times. The vice president of the United States recently said, right before you and I began taping this, that this is like his number one pet project is to get to the bottom of this and the truth where this is concerned. The director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, said in the days leading up to you and I recording this that she's not satisfied with the information being given to her on, this unidentified aerial phenomenon, which is the new branding now, UAP, nor is she even satisfied with the drone episodes were across the Jersey Shore over Christmas of 24. And then we saw this invade several military airspaces in our own country as well. So there does appear to be a level of escalation of the rhetoric of this and where this is all heading in the time period that you and I are discussing this. Who knows when this eventually runs, a few months from now or even next year, where the issue ultimately will be. So with that as a lead up, kind of your overall 10,000 foot view of this subject matter and, pardon the pun, phenomenon.
Okay, well, my overall perspective on this subject is that when you use the term UFO or UAP, you're talking about something unidentified, and you're absolutely right that there's that new term UAP. It's a new branding because that was really part of when they were rolling out this disclosure process. Just think about in Scripture where the one who gives names has authority over that. So when Adam was given dominion over the earth, he was told to name the animals, right? God, when he enters into covenant with Abram, renames him Abraham. We see this principle in Scripture because it's true that, right, you name your children and that shows your authority over them. And so UAP was really a way to begin this disclosure process and to begin it with a rebranding that came from inside the intelligence community, certain parts of the Pentagon, and to really make sure that they're wrestling control over this as they're releasing it. So my overall perspective on the phenomenon is, again, we're talking about something unidentified. So of course, misidentified things are going to be thrown into the UFO bucket. So we can all agree from the get-go, the vast majority of reports, when people say they've seen a UFO, UAP, it has an explanation. But even going back to the Air Force's Project Blue Book, 5% were data-rich encounters that it wasn't that they just didn't have enough information, couldn't identify it. It was more that it was unidentifiable. And that's when you have craft displaying these bizarre characteristics, going from 0 to thousands of miles an hour and pulling hundreds of Gs, right angle turns, all this sort of stuff that we've heard about. And so when we talk about that part of the phenomenon, the real true UFOs or UAPs, my conclusion and the conclusion of even a lot of...
Y'all, it's 9:21. I didn't know it was that long. This is the longest show we've ever had in the history of our show. Praise God.
I think several people have already bowed out.
I think so. What is the nominees? We got to get off of here. What is the nominees
first
for
we
this?
want to thank Joseph. Is it Joseph P. for that wonderful
Thank you
super chat?
for that super chat, Joseph. Hey, you gave us both of them. Both of our super chats tonight.
That's
super
so
sticker
amazing.
and super chat. Thank you so much.
very much.
So y'all, we tired too. I looked up and I said, why am I about to fall over asleep? And I realized, my God, we're only here 2.5 hours.
All right,
here we go.
I might have gotten a little sidetracked myself tonight.
Yeah,
but here it goes.
Here's the nominees.
For the nominees. Number 1, Somali, Minnesota fraud.
Okay,
Number
one.
2, Google is buying an energy company. Here we go again. Number 3, Nano Banana Pro, this realistic,
the facial
the
details.
realistic skin.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah.
And then number 4, the last one, this Blaze story, UAP disclosure in 2026.
I don't usually do it, but I'm voting for the skin.
You're voting skin?
I'm voting for skin.
Okay,
Here we go.
Number 1 is Somali, Minnesota fraud. Number 2, another energy company for Google. Number 3, Nano Banana Pro, realistic skin. And number 4, UAP disclosure in 2026.
The votes are coming in.
Here we go.
If you're wondering what we're voting for and you're new to our channel,
it's
the Golden Chicken Award.
Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to go this way tonight.
All right. And the winner of tonight's last Golden Chicken Award
of 2025.
2025.
I'm sorry.
You're already in 26.
I'm already there.
Obviously
goes to the Somali, Minnesota fraud. I think we were all very upset and distressed about that.
Share this video with people that need to be awakened to what is really going on in our world. Baby, I love you. Let's go have a cappuccino.
Let's do it.
We'll see you back here New Year's Eve night
Wednesday
at 8 p.m.
night.
Central. It's going to be awesome. We
Bring
love you.
friends.
We ain't woke, but we are certainly.
Love you.
Are you going to say anything with me?
No, I want to say love you. We are awake, though.
We are. Let's try it again. We ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.
Help us build the Big Picture family. We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. Go to LarryRagland.com to give a one-time gift or become a monthly partner. Any amount blesses the entire Big Picture family. While you're there, pick up our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect on social media, and get on the Big Picture mailing list at LarryRagland.com. Join us and be a part of the Big Picture family, where we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake. You're watching The Big Picture.